Well, certainly it can be done. You need to establish, remember, in terms of the laws of our country, you are allowed to invest 10 million rands a year, a calendar year, offshore. So each year you can take away 10 million rand. And certainly there are investment destinations that you have to find, and the category of assets that you want to invest in. And certainly it is a good form of investment because firstly you're diversifying your investment as compared to South Africa and not having it all in one place, because South Africa is only a minute economy compared to the global setup. And secondly, the fact that the rand continues to depreciate, if you move money offshore, your money in actual fact appreciates, or your capital appreciates if it's offshore. So it certainly makes sense for you to do that.
The second part of Tyrone's question is, at what age could you hand down a self-owned company to an inheritor? So suppose you may want to dispose of his asset, the company he owns, and let's say you've relocated and you're out of the country. Is there a specific age that you have to wait before someone could inherit?
No, not really, Alan, because that's all about succession planning, and ideally you should hold on to your assets for as long as you can, and only upon your death you should be passing on assets, depending upon the circumstances, especially if you're going overseas and if you have a company or a business that is being run in South Africa. It just may make sense for you to pass on the baton to perhaps somebody else within South Africa to run the company for you. That will be part of a succession plan. But that could happen at the age of 40, it could happen at the age of 60. So there's no real age at which succession planning can take place.
Anonymous on WhatsApp writes, I'm permanently employed, but I have a vacant stand that I want to develop for a rental. Is it advisable to form a trust to manage that? I am married, ANC, anti-nuptial contract.
Well, certainly, Alan, there are advantages of using a trust in that instance, because clearly if you take the property and you move it into the trust and you develop the property in the trust. Now, he just indicated that he's married by anti-nuptial contract. The idea is that once the property has been developed and you start receiving rental income, the idea is to then not leave the rental income in the trust itself. You want to distribute that trust. Now, I'm not sure whether he has children, and ideally, in that instance, if circumstances permit him, he would then distribute it to his children, who could be minors, and they could become taxpayers in their own right, and then he could split his income. And as the property grows in value, we spoke about it earlier, the advantage is that the growth of that property will not be reflected in his estate. So certainly you should look at the possibility of forming a trust and then plowing the property into the trust and then doing the development.
Good evening, Alan. Not that I don't trust my own broker. I